It was a very young age. I was about maybe 3.5 years old, and I used to be playing here. And my neighbor was a very well-noted Kuchipudi dancer who was a disciple of Vempati Chinna Satyam girl. Her name was Yadavalli Rama, and she used to practice dancing, and I would go there, watch her, come back home, and then whatever I watched, maybe I watched the Bhama Kalapam because I remember very well, putting on a belt, trying to hold the belt and do the Patra Pravesa Daru. And then my mom used to come and shout at me, why are you doing all this? And things like that. Then my uncle, who is a very famous art director for films, Mr. Gokhale, he and his wife, both my aunt, they were my neighbors. So they spotted, they said, no, he's got some talent, why don't you put him in a good place where he can learn dance? And that was the time that Master Ji was also into the films, doing choreography, and my father also being in the film industry as a playback singer. They were good friends. They were meeting some places, and that's how once when Master Ji came to this area, my father invited him. Then he asked Guruji, see what this son of mine is doing, have a look. And I don't know what I danced, but then Master said, no, you bring him to the dance school. I have Kuchipudi Art Academy at Panagal Park, and all my students come, they learn there. So let him come and join, we will see. So that auspicious, wonderful day is in the year 1973, December 3rd. I put my foot into Kuchipudi Art Academy in T Nagar, very near to Panagal Park, and started my first Tam Digi Digi Tai, the first basic fundamental. As a passion, I started learning, and even my parents felt that within a month or two, he will stop dancing and he will get back. He will say, no, I'm bored, and things like that. But that passion slowly developed into more of interest, and the urge to learn became more. And then, yes, the path, that was the path shown, and I think I chose the right path, being into the field of dance. My fundamentals started with Guruji at the Kuchipudi Art Academy, and it was a 6-day week. We would go from Monday through Saturday, every day in the evening. Yes, I was very young, so I would go to the school, come back, and then go to the dance class. And there we would have master's assistant Durga Devi, who used to take class for us. And sometimes later, for the items, we had Balaka, Sitaka, and sometimes Anupamaka. Like that, the seniors would help us. The kind of hard work we put in, I think it owes totally to Guruji. He was a terror for us. He was very strict when it came to the dancing. We should not miss classes unless we are not well or something like that. At the same time, he was such a wonderful human being. He always cared for our well-being, and all of us used to sometimes, when the classes would become delayed due to some rehearsals or something, we were all given food prepared by Amma, master's wife, and their family. And the two master would suddenly tell around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, all these people are going to eat here lunch. And then Amma would prepare for everyone apart from the family members. Master's way of teaching is so perfect. Why? Because he always insisted that we should work on the fundamentals in every class. Just because you know items, you cannot just do items as a senior student. But he always made a point that we would do certain steps followed by certain jatis, and then definitely items, both in the lower level items and some advanced level items. So the practice sessions would go on up to 3.5 hours. Sometimes when we were in the initial stage, we would just finish within 1.5 hours and then just sit down and watch all our seniors practice. When it came to the choreography of a particular ballet or a specific solo item, yeah, the seniors would be there to perform and show. What master wants, he would tell them and they will perform. But there is a point, in case the movement that he has in mind has not come out the way he expected, next thing is he will get up, come there, and he will strike the pose, or he will show the movement. I tell you, I get goosebumps. The choreographic brilliance lies in 2-3 points that you have seen from what I have done. One, when I did the nose ring, okay, everybody normally does the nose ring like this, but master always said, when you pierce, you get a pain. You know, you get a little feel, you should get that. Then another thing that you have seen is, I am holding the hair, and before putting the braids, I am trying to remove the knots. And the knots, usual Indian way of taking out the knots and those extra hairs that come out from your hair are kept here near the big toe or the next toe. So these are all very small things, but they have a big relevance, and this much importance Guruji always gave in his choreography. He always, told us when you do Nataraja's pose, different people in different styles show Nataraja. But he always worked and explained to us, this is how the leg should go. Lifting the leg is common, but you fold the leg and keep it there, and don't give a bend here, but make it straight and keep it like this. So, in such pieces where all these are blended, he would come and show striking the pose. He would say, come on, bring the Tribhangi. Bend here and do that, like this. This is also a posture, but when you bend, it becomes like a sculpture. He always imagined dance is very close to the sculptures, that the beautiful sculptors have done it in our temples and other places. So he would always explain to us how this part should be done, how we should bend, and how the hand should be kept. Keeping a hand like this is very common, but based on the Natya Shastram of sage Bharata, our Kuchipudi is fully developed. So he never went out of the parameters of this Natya Shastram. So any movement that he set, or any movement that he choreographed, including the bhava of the item, the abhinaya, everything pertained to the Natya Shastra. We all will meet around 9 o'clock before the class starts, and we'll be busy talking. Master will be inside the house, and suddenly there is a beautiful aura of perfume that comes into the air, and you won't believe, all of us will become silent and sit, because that is the entry time of Guruji. He was so fond of perfumes, so he would wear all that, and very beautifully dressed with a kurta and veshti, he would come into the class, and everything will become pin drop silent. All students, irrespective of their caste, creed, religion, their age, all of us were same. We all mingled like his own children. I think we would have been at least close to 60 to 70 people in a class. All of us would be like sisters and brothers, and we would love practicing there. A very biggest, extraordinary point about Master Garu is he never ever asked for money. He would pick up a nice topic and explain certain things, maybe about a Bharatanatyam guru, maybe about a Kathak guru, or about a good dancer whose performance he has seen, he would share. So they, all those were such a good knowledge for us. This, I think, we are all proud. The entire Kuchipudi Art Academy students who have learned from him and have now settled in different parts of the world would agree with me to say that there can be only one Vempati Chinna Satyam.